Do you know which country is a devil's capital of the world? Let's guess. Which one? That's none other than of UAE, United Arab Emirates. Was the time UAE and Saudi Arabia was very formal, cordial friends. Their relations were very warm at times, and they are doing all the things wonderfully. They were aligned, they were committed. Their visions was the same. Then comes a decisive division between both the countries. How this decisive division comes between those two brothers, and that led to some coalition in Muslim Natos. Let's discuss about all the arising situations in the Middle East and in the Muslims world, and let's dissect it by parts and how it is affecting the whole world and how it is affecting the geopolitics. Let's discuss it. At 2020, UAE formally signed an agreement of Abraham Accord where they have to make their relationship with Israel and make it better with the passage of time. And with the help of America, they did it, and they both becomes good ally. When they become ally, then at Yemen was there was a Houthis who were against both of Saudi Arabia and UAE, and as well as they were against Israel. But when both the countries, Saudi Arabia and UAE, were fighting against the Houthis, then there was a deal going on between UAE and Israel. That was the partitioning of UAE into two parts. When when partitioning of Yemen will be happen, then the one part will accept Israel for the Abraham Accord, and for that part UAE is supporting that section. But the vision of Saudi Arabia for 2030 is they have a very good vision for 2030. They want to grow economically, and they assert their power at a regional as well as at a global level. That's why they want they want a smooth governments in all around his neighbors. They don't want a chaotic neighborhood, and especially in Yemen and as well as in other neighboring countries. That's why. But UAE is have the same agenda of as Israel. They don't like any kind of government who bring Islamic ideology in their government, and they try to implement it. That's why they decided to destroy all those governments and support the opposite sections and to make their influence. That's why they started this thing. They don't start it just the Yemen thing. They manipulated Saudi Arabia, and they make a very comprehensive blockade of Qatar because they have relations with Brotherhood. The allegation by both the countries, but behind this there was a very evil motive for UAE. They just they have very evil motive behind it, and they make a blockade of Qatar for 1 month in 2018. But that's end in after 1 month. UAE decided to divide the Yemen into two parts, but Saudi Arabia were not aligned with these things. That's why that things bring Saudi Arabia close to Iran, and they both started to make good relationship with each other. But on the other hand, UAE and they were also involved in disturbance in Iran, and suddenly they started to support anti-government section in Sudan. But what happened recently? They take a city in Sudan, and they genocide each and everyone in Sudan in that specific city. That's why their present government put a case against Yemen in ICJ for genocide, for which UAE said it's just an allegation and they want some kind of publicity, cheap publicity. And even Sudan, their president asked the MBS to talk with Donald Trump and asked UAE to refrain from such kind of activities to division of Sudan. UAE is actually involved in division of Sudan. They are working on it, but UAE is not succeeding for the time being. Recently, Saudi Arabia struck a defense deal with Pakistan. Turkey also discussion with Saudi Arabia and Pakistan to take a membership of this defense deal. And these three countries are involved in Sudan support of Sudan government. They are supporting the Sudan government, and Sudan is buying GS-17 thunder from Pakistan with the help of money provided by Saudi Arabia. That's unofficially undeclared, but according to some sources, this money is coming from Saudi Arabia, and Pakistan is selling its GF-17 thunder and other equipment to Sudan's army to fight against those rebels group whose supporter is UAE and Israel and some other countries as well. And the same thing is happening in the Libya. And if you talk about this Somaliland, just the neighbor of Yemen, Israel accepted that Somaliland and the UAE as well, and they are making it another fortified region for Israel so that they can go against it. But on the one side, Saudi Arabia, Iran is coming close together. Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, Egypt, Sudan, Libya, they are making a alliance. That's kind of some kind of a NATO alliance. They are coming close together against all these kind of belligerent activities by UAE government, and Israel supported all these acts. UAE wants the resources, UAE wants the influence, but that influence is against the Muslim Ummah, and it's against the ideology of Muslims and Islamic values. And this UAE is starting to divide this whole Islamic world, but it also bringing the all major Muslim countries on the same one platform where they are aligning. They are making a defense deals where Pakistan have a nuclear deterrence. Pakistan has a 4.5 generation fighter jets. Turkey have very good naval base, and they also have very good loitering munitions, and they are also in making Khan the fifth fighter jet as well. And Saudi Arabia, have billions of dollars. They have a lot of money and they have a lot of oil, and Indonesia is also aligning with these countries. Then what will be the future outcomes? You will see some specific bloc which coming together against UAE and Israel. And Israel and UAE both are supported by the USA. And at the same time, there is some kind of clash. There is some kind of protest is happening inside the Iran, where behind is all kind of protest. UAE is involved, Israel is involved, USA is involved. After the Venezuela Act, Donald Trump is going to make another strike in Iran. But we will discuss this whole scenario in another video. But for time being, we have focus on just UAE. We have just accepted Israel, and they are making all kind of these plots, and in the past, UAE have manipulated Saudi Arabia, but now the real face of UAE comes in front of all Muslim world. That's going to damage UAE as well and all the other Muslim countries as well. Kind of weakness. UAE need to come out of those weakness. They need to work on his weakness so that UAE could not be used by Israel and America in all these kind of belligerent activities in other countries. They need to support the all Muslim countries. For one time in Pakistan, they on 14th August on their Independence Day, they not send their army in Pakistan, but they send their army in India. They are also supporting India as well, but not Pakistan as they should be. So this is the whole story of this geopolitics, which is evolving in some kind of a NATO-like alliance, as well as some kind of belligerent activities inside the Muslim countries. And that's not the Iran who was considered a threat for the Muslim Middle Eastern Muslim countries, but that's the UAE, actually UAE, which UAE, who is the main mastermind against all the neighborhood Muslim countries, and they are doing this thing from a very long time. Let's see how this scenario will come. Let's see how this reality will further disclose and will brings another kind of mysteries in front of us. We will deeply dig into it whenever the times will come. So for the time being, we are going to sign off. Just hit the like and subscribe buttons and share this video if you like it.